Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So in today's football-related, soccer-related ASMR video, which is mostly going to be in soft-spoken with a little bit of whispering every now and again, we're going to take a look at the new season of the Premier League, a little preview video. We've seen the first round of matches, super exciting, glad it's back. So this is for the 2025-2026 season, and I'm going to use Wikipedia first of all to take a look at, the teams and the stadiums, and then we'll see about going on to maybe FotMob if I've got time at the end and taking a glance at that to see the first week of matches. We'll see how I go. Okay. So the new Premier League season, obviously, football season in England, the 34th season of the Premier League and the 120th season of top-flight English football. So it's already kicked off. 33 weekend and 5 midweek rounds of matches. Obviously Liverpool are the defending champions of the Premier League after last season's heroics. I'm going to say off the bat that they're probably favourites to win it again, but I'm predicting Man City and Chelsea are going to push them. I don't know about Arsenal. Okay. This is the first full season with semi-automated offside technology in use, following its introduction during the previous campaign. Also, Puma replaced Nike as the official match ball supplier. Okay, let's see the quick fact. So this is the 2025-26 season. We have had 2.75 goals already, 22 goals in the first round of matches, 8 matches. Top goal scorers so far with 2 goals are Erling Haaland, Richarlison, Semenyo and Chris Wood. Biggest home win, welcome back to the Premier League guys, Sunderland 3, West Ham 0. Biggest away win, Man City away to Wolves 4-0. High scoring, brilliant opening match on the Friday night, Liverpool 4, Bournemouth 2. Longest winning run, obviously one match. Total attendance so far 272,000, which is an average of 45,000 per match, which is pretty cool. Okay, 20 teams are competing in the league, the top 17 teams from the previous season, and the 3 promoted from the Championship, which are Leeds United, Burnley and Sunderland, returning to the top flight after absences of 2, 1 and 8 years in Sunderland's case, respectively. They replaced Leicester City, Ipswich and Southampton. Obviously went up and then went straight back down, which is a big issue with the Premier League these days because of the money gap, who were relegated after a single season in the Premier League. This marked the 2nd consecutive season and only the 3rd instance in English top-flight history in which all 3 promoted teams were relegated after 1 season. So that's the 2nd consecutive season, so obviously the bookies are going to have those 3 teams marked as going down, but actually I think Sunderland and Leeds particularly are a lot bigger, and I think that they've got the best chances of staying up, one of those 2. Sorry, Burnley, they are a bit of a yo-yo club anyway, aren't they? Okay, so there's the confirmation of those teams. This is where they're located. So they are in the extremes really. There's 2 from the top here, Newcastle and Sunderland. Then we have from Leeds, representing Yorkshire. Quite a few from Lancashire. So we've got Burnley, Man City, Man United, sort of Lancashire-ish. And then Liverpool, Everton from Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, and then from the Midlands we've got Wolves and Aston Villa. No one representing from east of England. Very few in the home counties in general, actually, outside of London. We've got Brighton, Hove Albion and Bournemouth from the south coast. No one from Cornwall or Devon. And currently no one from Wales, which obviously is a funny thing that can happen. One year we had 2 teams from Wales in the Premier League. So we have Tottenham from London, Arsenal, Brentford, West Ham, Chelsea, Fulham and Crystal Palace. Obviously London with a lot of representatives. So the stadium capacity of the 20 Premier League clubs is 870,000 with an average of 43,000. It's the first season that Everton will play their new stadium, the Everton Stadium, following their move from Goodison Park. So we have Arsenal Stadium, which is a 60,000 capacity Emirates Stadium. So there's a bit of history there. I wanted a picture of the Emirates. There you are. So I've actually been in that stadium. I lived up the road and Swansea were playing a cup game, so I went to watch them. We only lost 1-0. We did pretty well actually, back in the days when we were still in the Premier League. So yeah, I've been there and I used to go past it every time I went into London. Aston Villa's Villa Park with a capacity of 42,000. Good old Villa Park there. Villa Park isn't the one where the motorway goes on, or the road goes underneath it. Which one's that? Which one am I thinking of? Because that road goes past it. I'm sure there was one stadium at some point where it, like, literally the road just went under the stadium. Bournemouth still with the smallest, 11,000 as Dean Court. Funny thing about it though is it's really intimidating because the crowd is so close. It's a very difficult place to win away if you're an away team. Brentford with the Brentford Community Stadium, 17,000, which was sort of newly built for their ambitious team as it was coming up through the ranks and through the different leagues, ready for Premier League football, and obviously it's got Premier League football. I wonder what will happen this year without Thomas Frank though. Brighton and Hove Albion, 31,000 Farmer Stadium. So shot from outside. Again, a fairly purpose-built, new-ish stadium. Got Burnley's Turf Moor Stadium at 21, nearly 22,000. Beautiful view in the background there. Don't get views like that in the south of England here. Chelsea, obviously, Stamford Bridge, 40,000. I remember when this was newly built, but it's starting. It doesn't look that aged, I suppose, but it will start to look quite aged after a while, won't it? And obviously they've got the hotel built onto the side of it and the train tracks down here, so obviously this is prime real estate in London, so it's very difficult to extend it or rebuild it. Then we have Crystal Palace Selhurst Park with 25,000. Again, one of the smaller, older stadiums still, but Crystal Palace on the up. European football for them as well this year. And then we have Everton's new stadium. Quite excited about this. So it's in Liverpool, in Vauxhall. Everton Stadium, 52,000. It'll be hosting the Euros when it comes around to come to the British Isles. We haven't had a full home game there yet, so there aren't very many pictures, but that looks like a very cool stadium, to be fair, from the angle there. It's a safe standing section. It's very steep, apparently. It says Pete. It's from Liverpool. Then we got Fulham, Craven Cottage, 29,000. This is a beautiful stadium with the old clock still in it. They got that new stand now. But it's right, literally, on the banks of the River Thames. So again, very little room to move or change it. Then we have Leeds United Elland Road, 37,000. Up north in Yorkshire, John Charles Stand. Obviously John Charles, an absolute hero for Wales. Probably between him and Gareth Bale as our best player ever. So it's been quite a good connection between Welsh players and Fulham and Leeds United, obviously. Then Liverpool's Anfield Stadium with 61,000, which has always been one of the largest stadia in the country. But are they going to replace it? I can't remember what they're going to do now. Are they going to... I've been to Liverpool Stadium as well as a kid. Sat in the Kop end. My dad couldn't figure out how we got tickets for the Kop. He was absolutely over the moon. Then Etihad Stadium, 52,000 for Manchester City. This was built as part of the Commonwealth Games back in the day, and I think they reduced it because they used to, oh no, they changed it because they used to have the running track around it, that's right. That's the Commonwealth Games probably. Then Manchester United, Old Trafford, 74,000 has always been the, well, for a very, very long time was the biggest, but they're looking to change now, aren't they? I think they're going to have a new stadium built. Remember the days when that roof used to look so high-tech? Now it just looks like a bit broken, doesn't it? Newcastle United, St James's Park, 52,000. Absolutely enormous stadium. Huge fan base, and the only club in the city, which is not as usual as you think it would be. So like everyone in Newcastle would support Newcastle rather than having two like in Manchester and two like in Liverpool, etc. City ground for Norwich, 30,000. There's another one that's right on the river there. And then we've got the Stadium of Light, 49,000. Such a massive support up north for football clubs. Middlesbrough's another one that's got a very decent stadium. Away the lads. Absolutely football crazy up there. And then we have in London, Tottenham Hotspur, the beautiful 62,000 Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Look at that, that is absolutely stunning. I would love to go to a match there. That was the old stadium. Very cool. I don't know how they got away. Oh yeah, because they moved to Wembley, did they? While they were building it. It was up so quick as well. I like crazy when they considered that they had to knock down the old stadium to build a new one. Due to that famous London lack of space. And West Ham, 62,000 London Stadium. So obviously this was the Olympic Stadium, similar situation with Man City Stadium. They had to, you can see the Shard in the background there. And that's the London City over there. I think that's Canary Wharf over there. So yeah, this is an absolutely wonderful stadium. But built specifically for the Olympics, and then they bid with a couple of other teams for rights to have it as their home stadium, which I think is not a bad idea because West Ham's got a really, really high, like a massive fan base, haven't they? And then lastly, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Molineux Stadium, 31,000. Classic British stadium. The gaps at the end of the stadia edges there. Needs a bit of an upgrade, I guess, but excellent fan base. Oh, wow, there's like nothing in between. Okay, so the first time this season we'll take a look at the English Premier League. Man City are top, Sunderland are second, Spurs are third, Liverpool fourth, Nottingham Forest are fifth, Arsenal are sixth, with a win each. And I think, like I said, I hinted at the beginning of the video, I think that Liverpool are probably best placed, particularly with the money they've spent in the summer, to retain the Premier League. But I think that Man City, who've also spent a lot of money, are probably going to chase them all the way, and I've got a feeling that Chelsea might as well. In terms of predictions, I will say that I think Arsenal will be in the top 5, and who else is going to join them? Newcastle are in a bit of disarray at the minute. They don't really have a striker, and then you've got Tottenham. What's going to happen with Mr. Pragmatic Thomas Frank? Is he going to get the tactics right? They've spent, they've got some good players in. Will it go differently for them this year? I think maybe Spurs have, well, it depends though, because they're in the Champions League now, so is that going to distract them? Are they going to have the injury crisis that they did last year, or was that very much down to Postecoglou's tactics and training regime? So I think off the top of my head, there is an opportunity for Nottingham Forest to get right up there, depending on how European football affects them. Crystal Palace might do something crazy. Fulham are waiting in the wings for someone to slip up and allow them to. Aston Villa are pretty consistently good. And who else do I think is in with a shout? We'll see about Man United. I'm not going to... I've made so many mistakes, either saying that they're going to do well and then they disappoint me, or vice versa, so I don't even want to speculate with Man United. Maybe top half for Man United, but in terms of getting into Europe, I'm really not sure yet. After what I saw today against Arsenal as well, maybe, I don't know though. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to put my neck out at this point and say Liverpool to retain, Man City 2nd, Chelsea 3rd, Arsenal 4th, Spurs 5th, and then like Aston Villa 7th, maybe followed by someone like Fulham or Newcastle or Crystal Palace or Man United, someone in that sort of area. And then going down, I think Burnley. I think it might be West Ham's season to go down, unfortunately. And well, Bournemouth, they played really well against Liverpool, even though they basically have a brand new defence. They sold all of their good defenders. Brighton, I think, are pretty stable. Everton, you never know. Leeds could have a stinker, you're not sure. Brentford, where they're changing the manager, I think it might be Brentford. So I'm going to say Burnley, West Ham and Brentford to go down. I think Wolves will be like Urish, along with maybe Everton and Leeds will narrowly escape. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to predict. Do you agree with me? Do you think Sunderland are going down? Do you think a big team are going down like Everton? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so I've got plans to do a couple more of these videos for the big leagues across Europe. Expect one really, really soon for the Bundesliga. Let me know what league you want me to do one for, and yeah, I will happily oblige. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, give me a comment, let me know who you think is going to be top 4, 5 and who's bottom 3, and also which league you'd like me to do next. Then click on subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And lastly, if you do love what I do and you want to support me even further, then why not join me on Patreon like a couple of people have this month, and yeah, you can get extra content as well. Okay, see you soon guys, thanks so much for watching, take care.